Hello, everyone, and welcome to In the Know 360, show hosted by me, Annette, the warm hearted warrior diva. This show gives you insights on the journeys of high achieving business owners and music artists who share with our audience the importance of building a strong community of like minded individuals on the road to greater success. Today's show is a collaboration between In the Know 360 and Gibson. Yeah, he's back, y'all. He's
Yeah, here.
back. So, Gibson is an independent emerging artist with a sound like no other. He's been honing it since he first picked up the mic, hailing from the Midwest. Life was not always easy for him. He lost his mom, but found himself on a downward spiral that landed him in prison. After reflecting on himself and examining his mental health, Gibson created songs like Miss You, Walls, and Looking for My Crown. In a time where most would fold, Gibson made it his mission to flourish. Gibson is without a doubt one of the most promising singers. Yes, you are, sir. Songwriters and rappers of his generation. You can find his music streaming on all major platforms. Welcome back, sir.
Good to be here.
It's good to have you again. And I don't want to belabor it because I have questions for you. And there's one question that in particular that I can't wait to hear an answer from about. So, number one, who or what inspired you to start a career in the music industry?
I think my inspiration, I think it just came from being around, well, all right, we'll say church. Growing up in the church for sure. Seeing the musicians and just being around music all the time. Both my parents, they were heavy into music, very different though, classical and jazz. And then they met at gospel. And so everything my family did had to do with music. That's where I started. I'm not gonna lie, that's where I started.
Okay, well, I definitely hear it in your voice, and since I first met you, which wasn't too long ago, but I really enjoy listening to your music. It's very soulful, for sure. Can you?
Thank
You're welcome. Can you recall the exact moment that you knew you wanted to pursue this career path?
I would say as a career, I wouldn't say it as a career. I think that came later when it's like time to grow up and take things serious, I guess, when you have one of those moments. But no, I don't think it was a specific moment. It just kind of happened. And it was once you start making music, I fell in love with music, started making music. After that, it was just like, oh, I'm going to do this. And so I don't remember the specific moment. No, I don't. I'm sorry. No.
It's all good.
I
It's all
can't
good.
remember. Yeah.
Well, maybe it was during that song competition or no competition.
No
So
competition. That was in the beginning. That was in the beginning for sure.
yeah.
Yeah.
So what challenges have you faced during your journey in becoming this music artist?
I'd say the biggest challenges were probably myself. The changes that life threw me. It was like learning how to cope and learning how to like maintain.
Mm-hmm.
You know, life is up and down, but anything you can't do consistently really isn't gonna work. So when you figure that out, how to figure it out, whether things are good or bad, then you keep it going.
Right, right. No doubt. And how have you persevered despite these challenges?
My team,
Okay.
easy. My team, from my producer, my manager, shout out both of them. A couple of artists I work with, they keep me motivated on my off days for sure.
I love it. Yes, definitely have to have a team, uh, like the A team, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
Green
so,
team.
right. So, what was your best collaboration?
I definitely would say probably hometown right here. Stuck with me. OT Cook.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Shout out. OT Cook stuck with me. That went crazy. I think that was 2019. But
Okay.
collaboration wise, and then I mean, I got some unreleased stuff that's about to go crazy, and me and him were just sitting down talking about it. But yeah, right now I can't give away too much. But yeah,
I can't wait to hear it.
yeah.
I have 21 questions literally today. So, name three artists that you would open up a show for.
Three artists I would open up for.
Right.
I would say John Legend,
Okay.
J. Cole, and probably Kanye West.
Okay. That's what's
Mm-hmm.
up.
Yep, yep,
Definitely shout out to Kanye for sure.
yeah.
Oh, who is Gibson? Can you tell the audience?
Gibson is an artist. He's a human being. Um, got a big heart, but a short temper. I don't know how else to put that. um, I love music, obviously, and I just want to see people win. At the end of the day, find your craft, find your lane.
Hmm.
I want everybody around me to win. Put it like that.
Okay. Yeah, that's what's up.
Yeah,
Shout out to Big Guy Journey. Thank you for joining us today, sir.
yeah, yeah. Shout out, Will.
So, do you read or play an instrument? And please elaborate.
So like read music.
Yeah.
No, that's one thing in life that I never like. I guess just made myself sit down and do was read music. And so anything I play by ear. But yeah, I play over the course of time. I
Mhm.
play drums and any kind of drum you could think of, Tiffany's, toms in the band, all that kind of stuff. Guitar, piano, clarinet. I've tried like saxophone, but pretty much anything I could play and hear, anything I can probably play a little bit. Not the best. I'm okay at everything I say.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
What's your go-to instrument then?
a piano.
Okay.
Yeah, a piano do anything.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
And what steps do you take when creating your music?
Whew. So that's crazy you asked that because I just tried this reverse of what I normally do. So normally I find a beat
Huh.
into it and I'll write from there. I've never written without music, like written without melody before. But I just sat down and made myself do it. And it turned out pretty good. It turned out pretty good. But what happened was I wrote the words like poetry.
Mhm.
Then I gave it melody. And then we had to go back and make a soundtrack for it.
Mm.
So every single instrument, my producer and I sat down and hand chose every instrument. And that was the first time I ever did that. I learned a lot. It was hard, and I'm sure it was harder for him. But
Wow.
it was actually pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie.
Yes, I'm sure it turned out spectacular.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I hear a lot from different artists, right? They say, "Oh, I like getting the hook down first." So yours is more of like the flowing with the lyrics and then the beats. Or
Um, like once I hear the music, it's like a song will start to build. Like the instruments will start to build, and it'll get fatter or whatever. But you'll know when, or I should say, I don't know when the hook is supposed to drop. But there's
Mm,
be a bridge before the hook and all that kind of stuff, and a lot just comes down to like how to make a song. But a
yeah.
lot just feel it, and if you can feel it, then most people probably be able to feel it. You know what I mean?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Most definitely, because I was listening to your song. I mean, I've listened to your songs, but this one in particular, it's different. It's different when you run it back. You know, they say keep running it back, and you hear little things from it, and I'm like, yeah, I think I did tell you before, like you have like an acapella type of voice. So,
I can tell the voice.
right.
What song are you talking about?
Uh I need to look for it. It was more of a it had like
Is,
a gospel feel to it.
is it newer or older?
No, it's older. It's
Okay.
older. Yeah, I had to find it. I'll tell you. I can't. I ain't gonna
I
lie. I don't
probably
know
wouldn't
the name,
remember. That's why I'm like, yeah. But
but it definitely it was definitely sultry. So you know you have an appreciation for your voice and how it's engineered and how like um so like the beats is not like masking your voice. So it was that clear. And that's what I think that's what I took out from it. And you felt the emotion to it as well. So
I
def-
appreciate
definitely agree with you
all
on
that credit to God and the music engineer.
that. Right?
Yeah.
So, do you like a virtual platform or in person, and why?
Um, you know, the lazy side says virtual, but I think like as an artist, I like being in person. And nobody likes I don't like being on stages and all that kind of stuff, but it's just like I enjoy connecting with people. And so, you know,
Yeah.
somebody said like you're not remembered for the things you do for yourself, but the things
Mhm.
you do for others. And so
Mm,
it got to that point. You know what I mean?
mhm.
It was even like that, like in church. You know what I mean? You're sitting there singing in a pew with everybody else. Somebody like, oh, you need to, and I'm like, mm-mm. I was 18 the first time I ever sang solo.
Wow.
Yeah, nobody could get me to do it. But yeah,
That's yeah, that's amazing though. You do have that voice, that natural voice. So definitely don't sleep on that. I mean,
yeah, I appreciate
yeah. Um,
you.
so think back to a situation, right? When it was difficult to meet a project deadline. What what did you learn from that experience?
Wow. See, I'm a habitual, so this is a problem. I'm a procrastinator, so I'm used to it. I'm not gonna lie. My brain kicks into this fifth gear when I look
Uh-huh.
at something serious, and it gets done. And but that's not good. I'm not really bragging, I should say, but I
Mhm.
can't really. It doesn't. I don't know. You know what I mean? It's just one of those. It just I get it done, regardless of what it is, or I'm gonna come real close. You know what I mean? Make it make sense. That's how I look at everything.
Right, right,
Make it make sense at the end of the day.
right.
You know?
Thanks for joining, Lito Red. Looks like she's joined us. But yeah, most definitely. I think you know, sometimes in life you just have to roll with it, you know,
Yeah.
as far as the and to be quite honest with you, I think from my understanding, I know procrastination is frowned upon, but some people work better
Through that
with
pressure,
right. They're like, okay, I'm getting it done like
you know.
now.
But but the more I've matured, I can say I've gotten better. It makes for a more well-rounded. I don't know. I can do anything. You know what I mean? It's like I
Right,
can put something out and I'm ready if anything falls apart. And that's
right.
kind of I had to learn backwards though. But
It's all good.
yeah,
I'm sure Will got you straight. So,
yeah.
share an experience, right? Illustrating how your communication style makes you an effective artist.
Ooh. Communication style and how it makes me an effective artist.
Mhm.
You know, I've thought about it, and I really can't I don't know. I've always just felt like being able to connect with people was like a gift
Mm,
from God for real, and it's just like I love music, but I can talk at the same time. You know what I mean? It's just like a vibe type thing. And so I wouldn't say like the way I communicate. I don't know. I really don't know. I've never heard that question before. That's different.
Well, thank you, thank you.
That's
We're
different.
we're
But I think
communicating.
about like force myself to come to a conclusion.
Mhm.
Like, is it me or is it because I mean I don't communicate well with a lot of people.
Huh.
I I'm just not around the people I don't communicate well with. You know what I mean? So, but dang.
Yeah. Huh. Maybe that's a good thing though, right?
Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I haven't came up with like how I
Yeah.
communicate. What makes it, you know?
Mhm.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I think you're on point though. From my understanding, what you said, it's just about the vibes, and the vibe you get is the feedback that's reciprocated. So
Yeah, and
definitely,
I feel like I'm pretty authentic, and it's
yeah.
like, you know what I mean? And it's just like that comfort in being yourself, like
Yeah.
you know.
So how do you stay motivated, right? Producing new, inspiring music.
um, it when it pops up, I just grab it, you know. So I was at so the last song I just dropped, 21 Questions. I was at a 50 Cent concert, and before that, I always keep like a handful of CDs in my car in case I either don't have, service or I'm somewhere where the radio's out, just in case. And I just randomly that's why I looked up his tickets because I randomly put a CD in. That was my song back in the day. So that inspiration popped up like, dang, we need a modern version. Some real questions for 2023. We need some.
Uh
Yeah,
huh.
I was just like, it was just, then I just turned the beat on. I was like, oh yeah. I just started talking and it went from there. But most inspiration comes from interactions, meeting new people, uh, life, whether it's up or down. Um, Something I need to get off my chest. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
but the inspiration is everywhere.
Mm.
Man, I feel like art is everywhere. You know what I mean? So that's like, yeah, it's there. I just gotta grab it.
That's
And
so
that's where
true.
motivation comes, like, cause a project might hit me in the middle of the night. I'll wake up, write it down,
Uh-huh.
fall back to sleep, forget the melody or something. And so that's where that, being motivated kicks in. It's like I know if I don't grab this right now, I'm probably something's gonna happen. I'm gonna forget. And if it woke me up on my sleep, it might be fire. So you might as well check it out.
Lita Red said that version is fire. Yes, girl, I definitely agree with you on that. I can't. I ain't gonna lie. When I first listened to it, I was like, "Oh, you brought me back in time."
you know,
It's
you
like,
know,
yeah, because I also had a 50 Cent CD, and I still have my CD somewhere, but I have like a pack of CDs that I go through, and
mhm.
50 Cent was the man. I mean, he still is, but I think he should be calling you up soon.
Yeah. I-
You beat me to the punch on that question because I was gonna ask you what
yeah.
made you decide to do a remake
I
of.
mean, so okay. So really what kicked that project into full gear was a family I'm a part of, Venus, distribution and all that kind of stuff. But
Mhm,
a collective community of musicians and they put on a competition for covers.
mhm,
And so, we talked and we took this. I had to hurry up and get something recorded so I could put it in front of them and say, is this acceptable for a cover? The melody's the same, chorus isn't the same. We'll call it the same. It's just a few different questions in there.
right.
And they said, it's the same song, same melody, same melody. We'll hear it. And so then you had the opportunity to just submit the audio or a
Mhm.
video.
Oh.
My team being my team. All right, we're gonna do this in a few days. And we had 9 days to do it. And so 11 days, something like that, from start to finish.
Mhm.
Because we caught this competition towards the end. And so that's how it really came about. It was just like this was all right. It's been in my head. Boom. Cool.
Mm,
Except it just fell into place that way. I just couldn't be lazy.
right.
Like I said, my team.
Yeah, I really love the questions though. The questions that you pose because
Oh,
it's uh it's real. It's not, I mean, it's kind of similar, but it's more 2023 and on.
yeah. And I
Really,
didn't.
like,
And you want to know something crazy too? After this project was over, I didn't remember how 50 Cent shot his.
mm.
And I went back and watched that music video, and I had no idea that their music video was over the phone too. He, I was like, "What's the odds of that? That's crazy." But yeah, I didn't really focus the track on being in prison. That ain't something I want to focus on. But it's a lot of questions that still need to be asked. So
Yeah,
Gibson being Gibson, I just put the pen to the paper.
yeah. I mean, it's everything about that song from, I mean, the question, not just the questions, but just how you flowed with it. And
Yeah,
it was so seamless that, I mean, the average per Joe or Jane wouldn't be like, "Wait, that's not the question he asked." You know what I mean?
yeah.
They
It's
wouldn't be all up in the questions. They'll be like, "Oh, okay, yeah, that's a good question."
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yep. It's
For
happened.
sure.
It's happened. A friend of mine, he said we was gonna fight if I didn't turn my version on. And then I turned my version on. He said, "Bro, you really want to fight, don't you?" I said, "Bro, give it a second." You know what I mean? They say Gibson on it. Yeah, yeah.
Oh my god.
It's
That
fun. Fun
that
project.
that only inspires people. You're an inspiration to all, and so, why not? Let's just go ahead and bring it so that way we can see it, right?
Yeah.
Hey, that rhymes.
I hear you.
Well, I can't wait to hear uh any other like pop-ups, like different inspiring musics that you might have to do or conduct in 9 to 11 days.
Yeah, yeah. I tell everybody if you want to stay up to date, most of my journey and unreleased music you're gonna find on TikTok. It's
Mm,
good. You'll find it there. But
yeah.
yeah, there's a lot of unreleased music we're gonna work on and finish. But yeah, it's gonna be up from here. It's up from here.
Oh yes, most definitely. Most definitely. So, what's the first thing you listen for in a new recording?
um, I think you just touched on it. Really, when
Okay.
I get done with a project, here's the question: regardless if it's rapping, regardless if
Uh-huh.
I'm singing, regardless,
Uh-huh.
can we run it back?
Right?
Is it replayable? And
Uh-huh.
if I song and I sit down and listen to it, and I'm honest with myself, sometimes I just like a song because I like it, and I'm biased. I can do
Mhm.
that, but
Yeah.
it's like at the end of the day, can it be replayed? And those are the ones that I'm like, all right, we're gonna put some, some pressure behind it.
Mhm. Mhm.
But that's it for me, and I mean, I hold most people to that. If anybody says, if I can replay it, I like choruses, I like
Mhm.
hooks, and so I also, Rio, the young OG, he don't got none. I mean, but fire, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I don't know. That's it.
Yeah.
But I listened to it twice. Can I listen to it after that? Or is it
Yeah.
like, you know what I mean, fire, but because some music is fire, it might not make my playlist though. And everybody's like,
Right. Yeah, and I like the way when you recreated it. It it talks like what you were saying in 2023, and how instead of saying I missed your call, or there's no text messaging, you kind of like said, "Would you still love me if if I had stuff under my DMs?" And talked about more like social media, because social media
oh,
is like, whoo, it's yeah, one of those things, right? It's pros and cons to it, but we'll get into that later. But yeah, I don't want to keep keep
Okay.
on to this because I mean, you had the world shaking when that song came out. That was my impression on that. Okay.
The world shake when
Yeah.
20 questions came out.
Yeah, when you did it, when you came out with the song,
What do you want?
I was like, hold
Hold
up.
on 50 first. What I do? What did I do?
Oh, I was like, you woke me up. I must have been asleep or something.
Here we go.
That's all I had
Did
to say
50 wake
about that.
you up too? Did 50 wake you up too?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I mean he's cool, you know.
Oh.
But yeah, Gibson Gibson need to come out. Um, so let's see here. What is one important what do you call it lesson that you've learned in working in the music business?
um, Consistency.
Okay.
Talking like life lessons.
Hmm.
Yeah, life lesson wise, since I've been working on music, consistency. And I mean growth. You know what I mean? That's whether it's one step at a time or whether you can jump five.
Hmm.
Consistency and growth. That's my 24-hour goal.
Consistency and growth. Okay. And if you were producing music, what would you be doing?
Um, if I wasn't producing music, I probably would be probably have about 5 kids, be a stay-at-home dad.
Oh,
Yeah, probably.
okay. So you'll be daycare daddy or daddy daycare, like that movie, rather.
Yeah, yep.
Okay. Hey, hey, it's tough raising kids. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
Let alone this whole COVID-19. When my kids were home, I was like, when kids was able to go back to school, I was like, hallelujah.
Oh no, I think I would like being around my kids.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I love my kids. I really do. But I think sometimes you need a break.
Oh, probably.
So, how has the internet and social media influenced your music career?
Well, I guess to go back to the pandemic, it's really just like help us. It helps me and the world stay in touch. Me and my people stay in touch. You know, and I don't know. It's entertaining for me, so it's just I got tired of being a consumer. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, that's true. That's
Yeah,
very true. And if you could change anything about the music industry, what would it be?
that's too broad of a question. Gotta narrow that down a little bit. The industry. If I could change something about the
Yeah,
industry,
yeah. Give us like maybe two points.
oof. I mean, I would. I'm gonna say this without being worried about sounding like a hypocrite because it stands for me too. But this isn't really it is the industry. But when it comes down to it, like for the next generation,
Hmm.
what we do with the eyes that we have on us, the example we set. I want to see us do a little better. Excuse me. But I don't know how we would change that because I mean, I work on that for myself. Maybe we'll see a change. Um, what else I would change? I don't know. Give the voice back to the people.
Yeah,
So the government, I guess. I don't know.
for sure, for sure.
That control stuff, not the people, but
For the people. Yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
most definitely. I definitely agree with you. Yeah, so many talents out here that's left unheard. Um, well, that's why we're here today. And where do you find your inspiration?
Find my inspiration for what? Write music.
In general and writing music.
Um, I think I would say just life. Like I go, like when I go through life, like I have to absorb things and I have to decide like whether to just like deflect. But there's a lot of good energy if
Uh-huh.
you're around people, and if there's not a lot of if there's not a lot of good energy around you, then you should probably check some things out. But
Mm,
that's where inspiration comes from, is just people around me.
mm. Wow. Yeah, that is very true. That is very true. It's funny because I was just telling my son the same thing, right? You have to watch the energies around you. And
Yeah,
he's, yeah, he's the Sagittarius I told you about last.
what's the birthday? I'm a
Um,
Sagittarius too.
yeah, I know. December 7th. I haven't forgot.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Got a fire sign.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So, what was the best advice ever given to you?
Um, the best advice ever given to me in life in general. This is the newest one that somebody gave to me. I'll just say that.
Okay.
It, it's not about being tough, looking tough. It's about being prepared.
Hmm.
And you can apply that to every aspect of life that you want to. Even especially when it comes down to entertainment, it's like I don't really live a bluff. I'm pretty open. You know what I mean? When it comes to my life, my music and stuff like that. But as long as you prepared in anything, you'll be all right. And I get nervous thinking about how crazy things are getting ready to get. But
Mm,
we've been doing it. You know what I mean? So we've been preparing this whole time.
mm.
And
That
so
is so true.
get how things look and what things look like to people. Just be prepared. Focus on that.
Mm. What does looking tough look like?
I mean, it depends on what's surrounding. Like what's the environment. Looking tough in some environments, it could be a lot of different things for real.
Mm.
Pretty much bluffing them.
Oh, okay.
Anyway,
Okay.
pump faking in any way. Cap.
Wow. Yeah. No, that's very true. Let's go back a little bit to the your remake on the 50 Cent, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So there was rumors, according to your reel that you put out, rumors that 50 Cent signed you. Uh, can you speak on that a little bit,
Yeah.
or should we get your manager involved?
We not signing nobody. So yeah,
Okay.
definitely a rumor. We'll just say that.
Okay.
We can
I just want to clarify that.
Yeah, we can talk about it. I mean, we had to have conversations about, getting it cleared to some level and degree, and then getting to his ear and, what his response is and will be and all that through this new music group that I've been working with. But at the end of the day, we're going independent for sure.
Okay. That's what's up.
Hmm.
That's what's up. So what's next for Gibson, and what message would you like to give your fans and up and coming artists?
Um, all right, what's next for me? We are getting ready to pretty much go on a campaign, dropping unreleased music that's already finished, but it's gonna be a lot of videos.
Okay.
We're gonna up our visual game, but I might have just said too much, but whatever. um, a lot of collaborations that have been in the waiting, in the making, I should say. Um, Still writing, so everything that's already recorded is already recorded, but the new stuff that's just hitting me upside the head, I'm just coming to the studio and recording it, and so it's gonna be fire. I'm excited about it. The message I want to leave for the people, I just appreciate you guys. I appreciate the love and support, the drive, it's motivation, it's inspiration, and I appreciate that anything I do is inspirational to you. I appreciate it. We're gonna keep working every day. Y'all keep rocking with me.
Great. Yeah. Well, you definitely are an inspiration. What message would you like to give the up and coming music artists?
Oh man, buckle up, tighten up your boots, and work. Find a good team for sure, because it's hard to do it alone. I tried, but
Mm-hmm.
at the end of the day, you will make it a lot further having
Mm-hmm.
the right team and the right people around you. Um, don't be lazy, and don't. I tell myself, get out of your head. You know what I mean? And you'll do all right.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll do all right.
Very well said, sir. I love your insights on that. Well, be sure to subscribe, like, and comment to view all the episodes on Endino 360, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And don't forget to follow Gibson, okay? And let's continue to support Unity for Social Justice, and let's free Monster Yo. This has been a broadcast of Showing Love Full Circle between NNO 360 and Gibson. Please hold tight, sir. Thank you, everyone, and have a blessed evening. Salute.